Hey there, ladies and gents. Welcome back to Medieval Dynasty. I'm Pops. This is episode 2, and indeed day 2 of our new start. We're just going to go off script a little bit now. As you can see, what we should be doing is hunting a wild animal and surviving for the season. Well, surviving for the season, obviously, we can't do anything about that other than just survive. And then we also need to go and talk to Unigost's wife. But day 2, now we've got our own house. Lovely weather, by the way. Now we've got our own house. Let's just have a look at what we've got in terms of weaponry. Other than the house, the only thing we really possess is a trap. What we're going to do is we are obviously currently here. We want to go to Tukey, which is up here, and actually this little shed. And in this little shed, there is usually a bow and some arrows. Now, two things: either A, we get sneaky and lucky, and the guy who works in the shed isn't around, in which case we can just steal the bow and arrows and have it for free. If he is around, he's actually a merchant in weaponry, so we could buy something off him, but there is no point in us going after wild animals with a wooden stick. That's not going to get us very far. So what we're going to do is we are going to just put a waypoint there. We're going to create some coin on the way, because at the moment we only have 370, and if we do get there and it's just a case of buying things, we may as well buy a decent recurve bow and plenty of arrows. So we will need a fair bit of coin, but we'll sort that out on the way. The other thing we're going to do while we're doing that is these two islands, that one and that one, we're going to have a good look around on those, because there's normally some booty to be had. So without further ado, let's take a little trip over the water. Okay, so we're going to head over to this first island. See if there's an actually. Maybe that we've struck lucky straight away. What's in the rot? Okay, not very exciting, but it's something that we do want to keep hold of. Yeah, it's not very heavy, so it's not taking up much of our allowance. Let's get over to this island, have a good drink on the way over. So we need to just have a good look around, because sometimes on the islands here, yay, iron shovel, move the stones, because there will be coins. 150 coins. May as well take the stones as well, as they're making it easier for us. Right, let's continue on. We are heading now towards Tukey. Once we get there, or just before we get there, we're going to visit the island near there as well, and then we're going to go and see our man about putting some weaponry together. Oh, a little bit of a Brucey bonus. Wooden shovel. Got some more coin. And a potion of instant healing 2. No idea. Instant restores a certain amount of health, can be consumed plus 50. Ooh. Right, so that might be handy to hang on to, or I might sell it, but either way we're having it. Okay. Let's continue. What we're going to do is we're actually going to go to the island again and see what there is there before we make our way to the village, and before we start collecting up some stones and sticks so we can make some knives, because that's our easiest way of getting some coin together. Just let the stamina build back up before we try crossing the water. Okay. And again, we want oh, we don't have to look very far. Another shovel. Healthy amount of coin. Some hop. 2 potions of health. And a torch. I'm now carrying way too much weight. But what we'll do is we'll see what knives we can make. We can do 6 of those, so that should help with our weight issue. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to this village, find someone to sell some stuff to, come back out, make some more knives, and then we're going to go and see the weapons man. So there's loads of stones and sticks here. We can just come back up here and make some more knives, but we do need to find someone to sell to. Hello Amanda, you'll do.
Greetings, stranger. Only the best products here.
Okay. Right, we're keeping hold of those. We're going to sell the mead. We don't really need that. We're keeping everything else there. We're keeping all our clothes. Right. So, despite what we did earlier, I am going to sell the wooden spears because they're heavy. I'm going to sell one of the wooden shovels. We've got an iron shovel. We've got the knives to sell. And that will do for the moment. That's given us loads more leeway on the
Goodbye.
weight situation. So now, back out here. So basically we are looking to make a ton of knives. And to do that, we're going to need 2 stones and 5 sticks for every knife we want to make. So now it's just a case of collecting together sticks and stones. What we will do actually is let's just have a look, see what skills on there, because yeah, so survival knowledge, we were going to have one of those, mainly because it's a tier 1 and it opens up tier 2, and that's the one we really want. This survival sense, I'll show you in a second what it does, but it does make life a lot easier. just do some crafting knowledge as well. Okay, so survival sense. If you now press the Alt key, it shows you where things are. Not so bad here because there's a lot of stuff in general. But if you're looking for stones, pressing Alt, that makes it much easier. Stone, stone. Okay, I'm struggling with the weight a bit now, but we've basically got another 5. No, we don't want axes. Come on, Pops, keep it together. We've got knives, that's what I want. 10. Another 10 knives. If we repeat that process again, then it is going to give us a nice chunk of coin. What we just need to do in the meantime is let's just have a look at the food situation. 55 food for the oak roll, and yeah, we need 55, so we may as well just get rid of that. So we'll have that. Let's taken that right back up. So again, rinse and repeat. Stones, stones, and the sticks. Okay, let's go and find our weapons man, who will either be at this shed over here and we can trade with him, or he won't be at this shed here and we can steal from him. Either way, we need as a proper weapon, then we can go hunting our wild animal and we'll be one step closer to surviving the season. Whoa!
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, mate.
I've been a vendor since before you could walk.
Good. Good to know. Right, so we've got these 17. See, they were 340, so we'll get rid of all of those. So we've now got 1415. This puts us in a much better position for what he might be able to do for us. And what we want is a recurve bow. Best bow going at the moment. Just the one. And we'll have all of those stone arrows. So we've spent a fair bit of our money, but it's definitely worth it. Right, has he got anything else we might be interested in? Meat, salted meat. No. Salt, on the other hand, we might be interested in having some of. Let's take some salt. May as well take it all. We'll have that. Okay, our work here is done. So,
Farewell.
if this gentleman wasn't in residence, or if you leave it till a bit later in the day, he will go back to the village. If he does that, in there is 5 arrows and a bow. So the bow isn't as good as the one you've just bought anyway. And of course you do run the risk of getting caught, in which case your Dynasty reputation gets a little bit of a conk. So let's have a look. Infantry. Right, so what we're going to do is a recurve bow. We're going to put that in one. We don't really need to arm our shovel at the moment, so we've got hammer, axe, knife, recurve bow. So if we go back into there, we need to also just look at the arrows, press F to equip those as well, and then when we press 1, we'll on with our bow, right click to set it going, left, and then you would release the left to have a good chance at killing whatever you're looking at. So now let's go home for the moment. And then once we get there, we'll decide where next. So maybe this is the chance to get our wild animal. Oh, missed completely. So the other good thing about this survival sense is you can also use it to track down your arrows or spears or whatever, and pick them up again, because obviously they're not a finite resource. Let's try again. Is this where we were earlier? Yeah. Okay. Is this the guy? I think I might have started chasing the wrong one now. He's not going to slow down, is he? Okay, I'm not sure who he is, the injured one, because he seems to be moving around fairly healthily. Let's try again. If we can get a headshot. So all I've done so far is managed to lose one of my arrows. Okay. So, who was that way? Oh, that sounded like a... Yeah. Thought so. Little piggy didn't sound happy. Must have been a clean headshot. We got him first time. Okay, so that's our wild animal hunted. So all we've got to do now is just survive into the next season. So let's get back and then we'll decide what buildings we need to do, whether we're going to go and see Unicost's wife, and what the next day is going to bring for us. Okay, now we're back near home. Let's just pick up some of the resources that are around here that we're going to need for building. We've fairly quickly reached our weight limit there, but we'll go and drop off the sticks and stones at the back of the house just so we know where they are. We'll come back down, we'll collect some more, and then we'll have a think about what we're doing. Here we have a little resource pile. So from our inventory we'll have a look, we'll get our sticks and we're going to drop them, and we're going to drop them all, and our stones we may as well just drop those for the moment. Drop them all. So you see our sticks, still all 65 is still there, as with the logs. We've got 8 logs there. So we've got these stumps around the back of the house. Now we don't want these regrowing because we're going to build and farm on this land here. So now we have a shovel, our iron shovel. We'll put that in number 4. Number 4, we should be able to dig these stumps out, and they're worth a log a piece, so we can collect them and just drop the logs back off again here. Logs, X to drop, E to say all of them, F to accept. The hop, the leather and the salt, will move that shortly to the chest in the house, so we're not having to carry it around. Likewise with one of the torches and the wooden shovel, we'll go and put them inside. It's getting dark already at the end of day 2. Oh, missed. So the important thing there was that we can now build a resource storage unit, which is very much something we want. We want it because it's useful to have a resource storage unit, but also because if we then build one at the other side of the map, whatever's in one resource storage unit will appear in all of them. So if you built 5 around the whole map, you find a mine that does iron at the other side of the map, you can put iron ore into the resource storage next to that mine, and it will appear in this resource storage at your home location as well. So it's just a means of teleporting things from area to area. Let's drop the logs. Okay, while we're in here, we'll have a look at the skills. So that's extraction. So extraction knowledge, we'll may as well start at the top. We've got 1 point, we'll spend that in there. And we now have the well, which we don't really need because we're right next to the water. Resource storage, that would be a good thing to get up and running as soon as possible. Hunting lodge, and the workshop. So our mission very soon is going to be building, so it's going to be workshop, hunting lodge, and the resource storage. And once we've got those 3 buildings up and running, then it's time to go back to Gostovia, start recruiting some people, get them into the village, give them some jobs. As for now, I think what we're going to do is we're going to go in here, we're going to light that up. We're just going to, oh, that's not what I meant to do. So craft more, do the roast meat, and then we've got a bit more food on us. Let's have a look in the chest. So let's see. We've still got 500 coin, it's not bad. The hop, the leather and the salt we don't need to be carrying around with us. I think we may as well. We don't need to be carrying the rot around. And just for the moment we'll put the potions of health in the chest, so hopefully we won't need those. Chicory, daisy, oh no, cancel, we won't want that. Daisy, dandelion, they can all just stay here. So we've got some broadleaf plantain, we need that in case we need the health. We'll get rid of the mushroom. So the roasted meat, dried meat, and the apple, obviously that's food. The broadleaf plantain is if we need it for its healing properties. Clothes we're all wearing. So I think now let's get the torch out of the way. We'll store the wooden shovel. We'll store the wooden spear. So we've got a hammer, we've got a torch, we've got a knife, axe, arrows, bow, and a shovel. And that's the end of day 2. So time for some sleep. Got some early morning fodder in the trap, so we'll have that, rearm the trap. Okay, so this is the beginning of day 3, so at that point we're going to end episode 2 here, and episode 3 will be day 3. Let's see where that takes us. We could do a bit more hunting. by the end of day 3 we'll have survived the season, so our chapters will have moved on, and we need to get these buildings done, probably our next priority, so that when we go back to Gostovia we can recruit some people. So we need the workshop, we need the resource storage, we're going to need the houses that the workers are going to need, so there's going to be a big slew of building. So a big chunk of what's going to happen in the meantime is probably going to be down to building up this area and getting some resources together. But for now, that's it. That's episode 2 done, and I will see you all in episode 3. Thanks for watching. See you all soon. Cheers.